talking about.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on,
Yeah,
bro?
yeah. Wow. Look at this guy. Is for my money the biggest name in combat sports. It's Mike Perry, and he's back with a bang. December 2nd. Mike, this is a big ass deal. BKFC, December 2nd, Salt Lake City, pay-per-view. Eddie Alvarez, middleweight grudge match. Dude, like, I've talked to you a lot. I don't think I've ever talked to you when like it is now, man. Mike Perry's on top. What does this feel like? What has this year been like?
Yeah, bro, it's fantastic. It's amazing. The best is still yet to come. Everything has been a blessing. I'm grateful for everything, and I'm grateful for the opportunity. This fight, could go anywhere up in the air, but like it's every way it goes, it's got to go my way. It has to be this way, and I'm gonna make sure of it. Um, Man, sparring night tonight. I'm excited to go and prep. I'm gonna fuck up some of the boys tonight. I gotta do what I gotta do, but it's all love, bro.
Mike, I see that your family has expanded.
Mm.
You're getting so many. I mean, it's like wholesome vibes on the Instagram these days. Um, it would go without saying that this career move for you, this business swerve, has been a phenomenal one with BKFC. But would you also say that you're walking around each day with just like, I don't know, contentment, happiness? Like, you sure you're motivated to succeed more, but you look like a happy dude these days.
Yeah, man, I am. I'm very grateful, but it's like everybody has their shit that like annoys them, or there's something every day. So no matter how much you have the most of everything, you can still be missing something. So I try to keep myself grounded to the little things, and enjoy the things that are here, and the opportunities to come. Um, Man, there's a lot of possibilities that what could happen. So like, I stand focused, and Eddie's he's a little lion ass bald little bitch. Fuck Eddie, bro. He's a little fucking liar. I
That
was
came out of
cool with him.
nowhere,
I was
Mike.
nice.
Where'd that
What?
come from? You just pulled that out of nowhere.
Because it's true, bro. I was thinking about the shit that he be saying. Like, he just be lying, bro. Like, he was like, "Oh, Luke Rockhold knocked you down." No, he didn't. Fuck you. He tried to say some shit on Twitter, and I'm like, that. Well, that's not true either. And like, you know, it's hard because I want to make it sound like, I do have the toughest fights ever, and this and that, and it was all a dream, you know what I mean? And I fucking give it all I got now. And if we talk about the statistics of me and Eddie, he fucking sucks, bro. Everybody knocks him down. He gets knocked down every fight. So it's like, damn, when I smash this guy, he's got some fans on the internet that are like, "Oh, Eddie can do it. He can do it. He's gonna do it." And I'm like, that's good, because after I smashed this fool, and everybody's like, "Oh, he sucked." I'm like, that's not what you were saying before. So they try to take everything away from you. They don't have the opportunities that I have, and I worked for this. I work all the time, every day, bro. I put in work. I worked twice yesterday, and I feel stronger than ever, better than ever. I can't wait, bro.
Well, Mike, tell me this. When you fought Luke Rockhold in April, and it was a really big deal, and he talked a lot of shit, and you were the smaller man by far, and God, you just went in there and punched him right in the mouth and turned that fight around. You almost looked, when the fight was stopped, like it was almost like Michael Jordan when he hit that 6 3-pointer in game one of the finals against the Trailblazers in 92. Great front row you got there. And he's just like, I don't know, man. Didn't you almost look like, damn, I just did that? Like, was it surprise, or was it just like, what was that feeling?
I was like, damn, I trained so fucking hard for this, and it's already over. We didn't even have a battle, bro. It wasn't even a scrap. Like, he hit me one good time, and then and then I took over from there. I had him falling down from just footwork and angles, and then I caught him with a shot, and his size and weight, he took that shot fairly well, even though it destroyed his face, his mouth, and it was too painful for him to continue. I guess he really tried hard to not get hit again. And Eddie is a different matchup. Eddie seems to think that the shorter guy might have a chance against me, but there's ways to box tall guys. There's ways to box short guys. There's ways to box guys who are the same height. And I'm built differently. I really am built differently for this bare knuckle boxing. I love the swagger to the boxing. I'm not sure what Eddie is thinking, and it doesn't really matter what he thinks. It's all about what I plan to do.
Well, do you think that Luke Rockhold got a taste right away of what that sport really is and just was like, nah, bro, I'm good? Is that what happened?
I mean, yeah, he was like, ooh, some gloves would be nice. A lot of these guys are like, damn, gloves would be nice. So, I like that. That shit, I got a little chip on my shoulder holding that, walking around, talking about, yeah, I'm the best bare knuckle fighter out there because I've only had a couple of these fights, and I've had some really good ones against really good competition, in my opinion. So, and Eddie Alvarez, he is up there as a name that's fought everyone and everywhere, and he's had all these belts and this and that. And, he tried to say that I never really had a real belt. Well, this is my belt. This is my opportunity. I'm going to take this, and, sky's the limit, bro.
Damn, I can't wait for this fight, December 2nd, big BKFC pay-per-view. Mike, you're such a great warrior. Like, you are built for this.
Thank you.
You might be the pound for pound best bare knuckle fighter in the world right now. It just felt right the first time we saw you make that transition. So, as the badass you are, do you still deal with the human emotions of like doubt or fear ahead of fights?
The fear thing, I feel like, I don't know. I get a little nervous, and I love it. I enjoy it because I don't always get that feeling. Every day be pretty normal, and like I'm training, I'm working hard, or sometimes I'm afraid of the workouts that I'm doing, and I'm like crying the whole time, complaining about it, but I'm killing it. And when it comes to the fear of the fight, it's this enjoyment to feel anything, and this intensity of the moment, and doubt. I diminish doubt. Soon as any thought of anything comes in, I try to turn it and spin it and flip it, and and just add it to my work regimen, like something that I might think about, because I take it, you got to take constructive criticism. You got to see things sometimes and be like, hey, this could be true, so let me focus and work on this, and fix it. And then I also work on the things that I'm already great at. So, it's a lot of belief in the work that I put in alone, and and then it's all up in the air, and that's where I thrive at. Just let's get in there and let's figure this thing out.
When it gets hairy in there, when it gets bloody, when it gets crazy, does your mind saying, yeah, this is exactly what I want this to be? Or are you like, damn, I didn't want to have stitches after this fight?
I want a banger, but I also want to be clean, and just do everything perfectly. And in all my fights I've ever had, I've always had criticisms for myself. Jeez. Yeah, I was stuck on both of those C words there. I've always had the criticisms for myself after every fight, and even the ones I've done great, I'm like, this part, I can pick this out and try to fix this. And, so when fight night comes, It's really, man, it's so fast. Everything takes over, and it's muscle memory. It's all the training that I've done. The fight has been won in the gym away from the arena, you know, and then when I get to the arena, I get to enjoy all of the fruits of my labor. And I try to put on a show. I'm trying to think of something that I can say to the crowd after I knock out Eddie Alvarez that's just really gonna get everybody behind me. And I think of a few things in my head, and I'll be sitting on the couch and I'll be laughing like, ooh, I should say that. Something, man. Who knows?
I love that shit. I love it. Do you look at your equals in this space as a personality? And I'm talking about people like Derek Lewis. Do you look at guys like that when they have big moments and be like, yeah, I see you. I recognize that. You know, when he takes his pants off in the cage. I mean, Mike, you have this timing for the moment where it's almost comedic, but you nail it.
Well, I appreciate it, man. I never feel like I nail it. I always feel like there's more I can do or I should have done, and I wish that it could have been better, or you know, I wanna be entertaining. I definitely like I said, tonight is training, tonight is sparring, and I go in there and I plan to entertain the people who watch around the ring, who is in the gym. I plan to put on a show and you know, be something spectacular. So at the end of the day, I go in there and I give it all I have. And if it's you know, afterwards, if a few things aren't to my liking, you know, I just have to accept those things. Like some people bring up old past fights and on social media, and they comment and they say things about these things, or they try to they want to knock you down just because they don't have the same opportunities you have, but they're not willing to work for it. There's so many guys who are 0-0 or don't have anything and any experience in anything, and they're calling guys out because they're looking for attention. Every day, one of these guys retires. These young dudes, they keep retiring. Logan Paul, Dylan Dennis, every day they're like, I'm retiring. And look, they got me talking about it. I'm like, oh my God, bro. Like, at least the attention I'm getting right now is because I'm about to get in the ring and about to fight one of the very credible guys in the combat sports. So,
Sure. But are you saying that when we talk about Mike Perry's future, age 32, peak of your physical prime, it seems getting smarter, different training all the time, that maybe you could even go over to that space and clean up, and that space is like celebrity boxing, crossover boxing, you know, there's a lot of freaking money there these days. Are you watching closely and watching Nate Diaz come over, the Paul brothers do their thing, and thinking there might be a place for old Mike Perry over there? Let's get platinum, let's get dirty.
absolutely. Let me, you know, I'm looking to fight whoever's right. But you know, Eddie has credentials that these guys don't. You know,
Yeah.
he's three-time belt holder in three different organizations. That's a huge mark for me to compete against. And then, you know, everyone's calling out Conor McGregor, but here's me facing a guy that Conor fought for his second world title, two-time double champ, and 155. And Conor's big shit, you know, and he gave me a face-off last time. I think that's a fight that a lot of people would be interested in at some point in the future. All respect to him and everything he's done in the sport. I just want to do something significant and valuable and just meaningful. And I mean, Eddie Alvarez is those things, but he's also, you know, we remember him getting slept by Conor. So,
True.
you know, someone who doesn't have that scratch on their record, you know, but it is what it is. I got to take the moment at hand, and I got to, you know, do my best.
Absolutely, because Eddie can handle himself. We saw that against Chad Mendes. On that same night, you referenced the Conor McGregor stare down. Mike, I can argue that's the biggest moment in BKFC history when you went face to face with Conor McGregor. Everyone was thinking dollar signs, theatrics, fireworks. What was that like interacting with him where they're almost putting you together as a future opportunity?
He gave it to me. I asked him to come up there and give me a face off. I wanted to throw some spit in Cowboy's face because he was there and they were talking to me about him. I know that he doesn't really want to fucking do that shit. He said in a post-fight interview, "Oh, if he knocked my teeth out, I feel you, Luke. I'd quit too." That's how those guys are. Conor wouldn't say something like that about himself, and he's done the biggest, you can do in combat sports. He's done it all. So, and business. So, I mean, I was happy we looked pretty tough standing in front of each other, man. Me and Conor, and I was pretty big, swole at the time, just beat up a 185-pound light heavyweight Luke Rockhold. So, I mean, I'm the money fight. I've been saying this. I'm going to keep saying this. These guys who have done these big money things, I'm there now. I'm going up still, and it's still getting bigger. And when I smash Eddie, the next opportunity is going to be even crazier. Every time I beat someone at BKFC, they're like, who is he gonna fight next?
It's all we do is fantasy matchmaking because BKFC is sort of this weird equalizer where you can bring in boxers, bring in MMA, you can have weight disparity like you had with Luke Rockhold, and in a weird way, it levels the playing field. And you're also proving that you're the real one in that space. So was there whiskey on the breath from McGregor? Did you see that the real intensity that Eddie Alvarez saw back at 205?
No, I didn't smell his breath, man. But I would say I was thinking because at like the presser, and I was trying to get under Eddie's skin, and I was thinking afterwards, later, I'm like, damn, you know what would get under his skin if I brought up McGregor, because I didn't. Because McGregor has all the attention everywhere all the time anyway. So I was like, let this be about me and us or whatever. But then I was like watching the presser, and I'm like, damn, if I would have brought up McGregor, he would have got pissed.
It's a good one. I only have you for another minute here, Mike, but love chatting with you. One of the great parts about your entertainment side was some of the things you do. And when you appointed Coach Latory, your wife of your kids, your beautiful wife, in your corner, it got a lot of attention your way. And I thought it was brilliant. And I thought also, as you and I have talked about in the past, that she was there to encourage you. When you guys talk about that and look back at it, do you laugh? Does she enjoy the memories of that? Was it a nerve-wracking thing? What was it like for her going through that?
I rewatched the movie American Gangster last night with Denzel Washington. And when that cop pulls him over on his wedding day, and he gets out the car, and he's like, "Oh, look at how beautiful your wife is." And he's like, "Hold on, let me tell you something." See, I know my wife is beautiful. To everyone out there, I don't need to be fucking reminded. It's nice when she gets a compliment. God bless her. I love her so much more than anything. And I will fucking kill for her any day of the week. So, that's why she's there. She supports me the fullest. I support our family. We work together. We are a team. We are the team. And I'm the man in bare knuckle boxing, point blank, period. Eddie Alvarez going to sleep.
What a way to end it. Mike Perry, December 2nd, BKFC pay-per-view, Eddie Alvarez. We can't friggin' wait. Wow.